Okay, time to check out this new cyberpunk anime.
1 hour later.
Okay. So I'm making no secret, I love cyberpunk. I love the universe. I love the lore. I love everything just dark, gritty, and just... Okay, some context here. Long ago, with the disastrous launch of Cyberpunk 2077, and it's actually playable now, mind you, and it's actually got a lot of good updates. Sadly, the DLC is not coming on last-gen consoles because the hardware can't exactly handle it, and I completely understand that. But, ladies and gentlemen, Cyberpunk Edgerunners was announced, and a lot of people were hesitant. Me, not so much. I looked at the studio they chose, and when Studio Trigger was announced, I was hyped. If you don't know who Studio Trigger is, go fucking Google it. They were a part and attached and created some of the most influential anime and the style of it. If you need good examples, Gurren Lagann being one of them, and Darling on the Franxx. Those are the two big ones they have their names attached to, but many, many, many others as well. And this was up their alley. Cyberpunk is a show, nay, a genre that they can just look at and immediately realize they can just have a ball with it. And when they had a blessing as well as working alongside Mike Pondsmith and CD Projekt Red on this show, I was hyped. And the hype is real. No spoilers, mind you. I'm gonna try not spoil it, but dear God, when the show does start, we follow, of course, David Martinez. David Martinez is a lovely little Hispanic friend who just wants to make his mom happy. His mom, an EMT, and believe me, this show, I'm just going to point this out now, the world building of the show is amazing. When even the EMTs are willing to sell their patients to make a little eddies, that makes sense. Because if you know anything about Night City, you know that place is basically corpo paradise, or at least corpo ran. The government is a joke. It's the corporations who control it, and until big government decides to step in and actually take them down however they can, after the last corpo war, it depends on how things go. But believe me when I say that, he basically goes to an Arisaka Academy, where his mom is literally working so hard, doing all-nighters, literally moving bodies left and right to basically make ends meet for them. And dear bless this woman, I respect that kind of parent. I do. As a kid who grew up in the 90s with my mom also working not one but 3 jobs to help provide for me, I respect that kind of character. I respect that kind of woman. And we've all had that kind of mother or parent who had to work multiple jobs just to help provide for us. So hats off to you people. You don't get the recognition you deserve. But dear God, that's when things go crazy. They'll go wrong, because David is immediately just... I don't want to spoil it for you because, dear God Almighty, that's when the first fucking heart punch is felt. I'm not going to say why, I'm not going to say how, all I'm going to say is, dear God, that was the first, Jesus fuck, I forgot they worked Night City because, good God. And then that's where things go downhill. We find out that his mom actually was working with an edgerunner crew. Edgerunners, much like, well, any other kind of street kid, and yes, that's exactly what this is. This is a street kid run. And if they decide to make more of these, we need the other two paths. We need the Corpo path, and we need the Nomad path. I want to see other characters with this, because the street kid path, I was hooked. I was blown away by the animation and the music and the fact that the sound design, they took all the sounds from the game. They did not have to do that, but they did. And it just enhanced my experience. And the fact that I went back to and played Cyberpunk 2077 again. My brother, while we were watching this over the weekend, after we finished the 10 episodes, yes, only 10 episodes, he actually booted up the game and started playing the actual Edgerunners update. And he had a ball with the shotgun that is so powerful, it literally knocks you back with the recoil and the absolute firepower, handled by the death-dealing lolly herself, Rebecca, who is my spirit animal.
Oh, David, my man, what's going on? Everything good?
Now, aside from the characters, the music is where it's at. The music is distinctly cyberpunk. The opening, the ending, dear God alive, the ending is a nice respite from everything you've seen in each of the 10 episodes. Especially from more emotional moments. And the goddamn ending. Well, I will not spoil the ending for you. Every action, everything, hell, even the exploration of cyberpsychosis. The goddamn ending is like ripping out your heart, putting it on the table, stabbing it repeatedly, and then hitting it with a meat tenderizer, and finally saying, "You emotional yet?" It is, in my opinion, a great show. Studio Trigger knocked it out of the park. With the animation, the sound design, the music, even the fact that they didn't have to go all in with the cyberpunk universe. The fact they didn't have to do all this, they did. And that's what I love about it. Because it is distinctly cyberpunk. But I wish there was more. It was clear they wanted to do more with this, but with the 10-episode limitation, they had to literally speed run this thing like someone who speeds run through Cyberpunk 2077, trying to get to the ending. Or at least trying to basically do as many of the quests as possible just to get to the damn ending. And yet, it's both simultaneously good and simultaneously bad. Limited episodes for a grand story that should take multiple seasons, or at least 2 seasons worth of episodes, of either 12 episodes or even 20 episodes each, is what kneecapped Cyberpunk 2077. Or not Cyberpunk 2077, Cyberpunk Edgerunners. But dear God, they make the most of it. And that's why I love it. And in my opinion, this show, the characters, everything about it will not only spawn a lot of cyberpunk fan fictions, but a lot of fan theories, and the fact the show is canon to the game itself, I wish more anime would do. I wish more video games would do. Actually make a lot of shows canon, not Resident Evil. For the love of God, not Resident Evil. But you get what I'm saying, though. This show I am in love with. To a very, very large degree. Anyway. Thank you all so very much for watching. As always, up in yourself, Dal, and let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of Cyberpunk Edgerunners. And if you agree that the limited episodes kneecapped the show when it should have had more episodes to flush out the characters just a little more, and let Studio Trigger explore the cyberpunk world. And if you spotted something in the show that I didn't, like an Easter egg or anything, then let me know in the comments section down below. And if you want to watch this anime yourself, both dubbed, which the dub is recommended, and sub, then link down below in the pinned comment is links to, of course, the site where you can watch it for free. And if you want to help support the channel and what I do, consider donating to the PayPal down below. It's folks like you that actually make these videos possible, because YouTube likes to demonetize us and copyright claim these videos. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been yourself down. I will see you lovely, lovely people in the next video. Till next time, later.
Looking for that perfect game for your gaming console? Video Game Corner is the largest independently owned video gaming store in North Mississippi, located at 1519 Highway 72 in Corinth. We are an authorized limited-run retail store and have a massive collection of retro games and game systems, and also plush toys and collectibles. We also pay top dollar for your used video games. Check them out Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Visit Video Game Corner in Corinth.